Hello, Facebook Live. Big news. I am officially going online with my courses. So this is information that I've taken from my one-to-one coaching with my clients. These are basic tools that I use even for my own energy set. And it's the Energy Foundations course. The Energy Foundations course is really about understanding what it takes to have a good energy foundation. So if you're an empath or a highly sensitive person, you're going to start putting yourself and your energy at the center of your own world versus absorbing and taking on all the energies from out there. If you're manifesting, you're also going to have much greater results because this is the foundation I use also for when I'm creating my energy systems or like my energy bank. This is the foundation that I start with. I make sure to fill my own cup because the truth is if you don't have a good foundation and what's going on in here is constantly fluctuating based on what you're witnessing out there, it's not a good thing. Secondly, it's also about your confidence. If your confidence is attached to an outcome, a person, or a certain thing out there, when that happens and doesn't go well, you feel differently about yourself. You're manifesting your results, your empathy, it's going to be completely different. So the Energy Foundations really helps you to, instead of having what I call a hole in your cup where energy just leaks out or absorbs everything from outside, you're going to actually close that so this way you got a full foundation. So when life pours into you these amazing experiences, you'll feel better. One example might be, let's say, if you're somebody who's always had anxiety and needing a sense of security, let's say financially. You could be the one who wins the lottery and you finally get the money, but the anxiety doesn't go away. That's what I call a hole in your cup. That's about your energy foundation that needs a little bit of tweaking. So if you're interested in the course, please, there's a pre-registration happening. It will be launching August 6th, and it's amazing. The course is very simple, and it's broken down into 3 individual programs, so 3 weeks, and the meditations are 3 times a day. At max, in weeks 2 and 3, you're only doing 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes before bed, and 5 minutes in the middle of the day. It's very reasonable and definitely something you should check out. So if you're interested, please head over. The link is available in the description above. So let's launch into this week's angel messages. Oh, wow. The energies that are going on right now are intensive. And if you follow any astrology reports, you probably hear that what's happening right now is something that's going to really shake up our lives and change things in a good way. So it's really about what are we willing to give up in the old in order to welcome in the new. We have right now Mars in retrograde, the planet of war. So anger, aggression, that's kind of a big deal right now. So watch where you maybe are a little angry and that you take time to process that emotion. My course helps you do that in a healthy way. Also, we have Mercury retrograde happening, which means that the planet of the mind, subconscious thoughts, old beliefs, suddenly like things that we thought we had dealt with come up. That's going to be happening. We also have a full moon. I believe it's happening, is it today, tomorrow, with the full lunar eclipse? Oh my God. It's like everything all at once. So the energy bank is huge. So let's find out what's going to happen for us this week in love, career, and personal growth. Now in love life, just a reminder, the first card is what is coming up, what's going to be happening this week. Card number 2 is how you're going to make the best opportunity out of this because you have a choice. You can either go into each situation as an obstacle, meaning you're in a power struggle trying to change and control things out there, or you take this advice, step into your power, into an opportunity. You're going to be in flow. You're going to see a different result. Hi, gang and deep. And then finally, what's going to happen if you take, oops, sorry, wrong side. What's going to happen if you should follow that, okay? If you take the opportunity. So for your love life, what we're really seeing here is a really wonderful card saying, listen, there's a lot going on. There's some generous people in your world. Don't allow other people to use guilt to use your energy. Wow, that came in very quick. Big goosebumps on that. That's validation. What this means is that other people, if they can't get into your energy, they'll suddenly throw something at you that opens up your guilt. Because guilt says, I'm doing something wrong. It allows their energy in. So if you're getting like that confusion, just get rid of the get rid of the guilt, get outside of it, don't worry. But they do say this is coming up. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture. So don't get caught up in the smaller details and all the dramas. but your experience will help you through these difficult situations in your relationships, okay? So this week, you're going to see where people are being generous, but also where others use guilt as a way to get what they want. So what are you going to do to make the best opportunity out of that is to see where life is going well. See where you're being generous, loving, and where there's success in your life. Because when you acknowledge your success and you step into that, you understand that no, who I'm being is really generous and kind, even if they don't view that. And that's okay. That's their experience, not mine. Got it? Their experience, not mine. Don't take it on. Not my monkeys, not my circus. And what's going to happen if you do that is you're going to see here that there's a lot of reconnection through childhood memories, nostalgia, but it's going to be in a good way. Go figure that during a retrograde, we're going to be reviewing things and it brings up a lot of childhood stuff. So there is an opportunity here through seeing who you're being and just understanding that's their view of it, not mine, that you're able to then heal, because sometimes what happens is other people will externalize their trauma or things that they can't process. So if you haven't processed something, one of the wonderful things another healer said to me, and it just made so much sense, especially for right now, either you'll internalize it or externalize it. Meaning, let's say if you got hate going on, you're going to, either you got those, this is the guilt, the people who are sending out the guilt, they're sending their hate out there and going, oh, I hate you because I can't deal with what's going on here, so I'm going to send that energy out to you. And then there's the other version where, if you're a highly sensitive person or you're very kind or a people pleaser, you're probably taking that in and then self-hating yourself. So instead of getting rid of the energy, it's just kind of like being ping-ponged around. So just acknowledge that. Touch in, see where you're doing great. That's going to help you open up to some healing, some self-gratitude, and then ultimately heal whatever part of that comes from your childhood. So there's some really good stuff there in the relationships. What's going on for career is some really good stuff, but it's going to take some work. It's a week of work, and it's okay. Work's going to be a little more difficult. Maybe it's not going to be moving as progressively as you want. It's going to take a little more effort to get the results you need, but that's okay. It's just the way of the energy right now. But love the beautiful things in your life. This will help the energy open up around you. I feel like career is not really a bad place. It's really, there's a greater sense of understanding or a level of acceptance. I think when it comes to our personal lives, we're seeing where it's a little more difficult to accept, where things aren't where we want them to be. But when it's in a workplace, it's just like, that's the company culture. Like, you know what I mean? You can. I think it's easier to do that because we can always change companies easier than it is to, let's change families. That doesn't work. So what are we going to do in the way of career? It's going to be hard work. How do you make it an opportunity is to work with other people who share your vision. So get on the same page. Communication's key. Mercury retrograde is also a time where communication can get a little bit haywire. So be very direct, clear, check in, over communicate, but in a gentle way, okay? But they do say there's other people who share your vision and great progress is possible. So this is not doing it alone. There's hard work, but work with other people. It is where you can make the best opportunity of the week, and that will lead to an objective compromise and an outcome. Again, communication is one of the words that's on here. This is about being respectful, being in your integrity, being clear about what the end result needs to be, and then allow the process from like where you are to where you need to be to unfold in union with somebody else, okay? So you're really working in cooperation. So it's a good work week, actually. Finally, what do you need for personal growth? Personal growth is really about, you've taken care of your relationships, taking care of your career. Now you need something for yourself so you feel fulfilled in your life. Well, this week, what's going to come up for you is a time of learning, education, review. A common two things that have been coming up for so many people this week, and I'm not surprised because of the energies, and I have a lot of compassion for all of you. There is the energy of, like the first one's getting kicked out of the way just to bring in the second. Being bullied. We're going back to the relationships here. If somebody feels safe to treat you badly, they're going to keep doing it. If you're in a group of people and somebody says, kind of an off comment to you, nobody speaks up, then it makes it easy for that person to continue to do it. It's comfortable, put it that way. It's a comfortable environment for them to do it. But if if they were to make that, same comment and, 4 people turn around and went, whoa, that wasn't very kind of you. That's not nice. In most cases, it becomes uncomfortable. The person's going to stop doing it. Well, that's one of the big things here. Number two that keeps coming up is trauma, okay? How people deal with trauma. So I don't have the top 5, but there's about 5 different ways people will deal with trauma, okay? And I just want to say I'm a psychic, not a psychologist. I give this information so people can do the research themselves and find out and find the resources that they need to find the information and put themselves on track. So understand that there's people who deal with trauma, and some of them will repress it. They'll say black is white. They'll, like, there's distortions that go on. Whatever it is, just see where you have those patterns. Acknowledge when somebody else isn't able to deal with what's in front of them, and they're using these kind of like off-colored ways of doing things, including gaslighting, meaning that they invalidate your experience. Just acknowledge it. It's just not the time to deal with it. That's what they're really coming about. So it's really about arming yourself with knowledge in your personal growth. It'll make you feel, give you that sense of relief you're looking for. So how do you really step into that opportunity is to understand this is the light at the end of the tunnel. This isn't going to go on forever, that this is a short period of time where everyone's feeling much more sensitive. If you're a highly sensitive person, you're probably on overload right now, picking up everyone and everything around you. Just acknowledge it. It's not going to last forever, and that's going to help you get through. So that's how you step into the opportunity. Respond differently. Respond from a place of, I have the ability and power to make it through this. So go with it at confidence. And then that's going to bring out a balance in your life. You're going to have better balance overall, which is what you've been needing. You've been having this off balance where it's like you feel powerful in your work life because you're able to, let's say, up and leave, work with another person, ignore these people, and family life maybe not so much. By being able to detach and understand how other people are dealing with their personal stuff will give you the ability to then create more balance in yourself so you're not being swayed by other people's emotions. And again, if you're interested, please check out my course because there's a lot of information on that I really feel would help people. I wish I had it available earlier. It is just the way technology is working for me. That is the only reason why it's on delay until August 6th, but you can pre-register now. Check out the link, check out the details there, and if you're interested, by all means, sign up. So until I meet all of you again next week, ciao for now.